Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to News Watch 12 midday. The winds are already picking up out of the south as they're gusting upwards of 40 miles per hour for Montague, around 25 miles per hour for Lakeview. And this is just the start, as a little bit later today, they could gust upwards of 40 to 45 miles per hour to the east of the Cascades and for west side valleys. Here's a current look at the satellite and radar picture. Plenty of rain and snow right now, specifically for Siskiyou County, Jackson County, Josephine County, and Curry County. Snow levels around 5,500 feet right now, and they'll stay pretty consistently around that level throughout the next couple of days. And speaking of the next couple of days, let's go ahead and show you that with Stormcast. This is right now. We put this in motion. Still pretty widespread stuff at dinner time. The same thing for midnight as we transition into Tuesday, and then breakfast time for Tuesday. Still looking pretty chaotic, maybe a little bit drier for lunchtime and dinner time. I think overall Tuesday is going to be a little bit drier compared to today, but still it's going to be wet and active. Then we have another storm system to deal with for Wednesday, but that one's not looking nearly as impactful. Okay, here's some of the water totals we're expecting from this morning through tomorrow night, and this is rainfall and melted snowfall, and it's going to be the Mount Shasta City area, the coast, the Cascades, and the Illinois Valley that'll receive the bulk of this moisture, but definitely a lot less for the Shasta Valley, Rogue Valley, and to the east of the Cascades. Snow levels, again, pretty consistently around 5,000 to 5,500 feet for today, and they'll bounce down to maybe around 4,500 feet. To be honest, these levels are going to stay pretty consistent over the next couple of days. But just know below Lakeview, Siskiyou Summit, Snowman Summit, in all likelihood, it's mostly just going to be rainfall. But above the Quartz Mountain Pass, the Warner Mountain Pass, the Mount Shasta Ski Park, in all likelihood, that's going to be just snowfall. Speaking of the snowfall, here's some of the snowfall totals we're expecting through Tuesday night. This is subject to change. And I want you to know that I'm going with 2 to 8 inches for our Siskiyou County passes, but that is a very conservative estimate compared to some other models. So just keep that in mind. And then maybe we'll have 1 to 3 inches for our east side passes, and then anywhere between 6 to 12 inches for our Cascade passes. And remember, earlier this morning, we did have that chain requirement for Snowman Summit. That's since been lifted, but if that gets placed back down that way, and then if we have other chain requirements for our Cascade passes, that would not come as a huge surprise. So for today, we'll have pretty seasonal temperatures, of course, widespread rain and snow and the winds. And then for tonight, the winds will continue to gust out of the south, but maybe between 25 to 35 miles per hour. So getting a little bit calmer. Still have some more widespread rain and snow. Pretty widespread into Tuesday, but we're going with medium impacts for Tuesday because the winds aren't going to be nearly as impactful. The impacts go down even further in a Wednesday, even though we will have a little resurgence of rain and snow, but it's not looking like we'll have a lot. And then after that, much drier and much warmer as we could be back in the low 60s in the Rogue Valley come time for this weekend. Okay, here's the 7-day forecast for the coast. Rain and thunderstorms likely for today through Wednesday. A little bit drier for Thursday and Friday. Then maybe perhaps finally some sunshine for Saturday. Then for Siskiyou County, we could see a rain-snow mix for today, mainly above 4,500 feet. And then much drier into Tuesday and Wednesday. For the east side, if we do have snow for Lakeview or Klamath Falls, it'll probably be less than an inch. But we could have 1 to 3 inches on some of those Oregon 140 passes. Then for the Cascades, anywhere between 6 to 12 inches for some of those passes over the next 48 hours. And then for the Rogue Valley, a chance of showers for today, a little bit drier into tomorrow. The winds will be calmer, but then shower chances going back up for Wednesday.
So is that it for the sunshine as of today? I know earlier you said like around 10 a.m. and this morning there's sun, but cloudy the rest of the day through?
I think so. There could be maybe a few more breaks within the clouds, a little bit more sunshine. But I think if you want to hold out hopes for more sunshine, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, those are going to be your days.
Alrighty, cool. Well, thanks, Josh.
Of course.